Collective, welcome to your monthly reading. Right now we are filming Aquarius. Welcome, Aquarius. And obviously, if you want a bonus reading, all you have to do is keep on watching and see if you come up in the rank for a bonus reading, okay? I also just woke up, like literally. I'm supposed to kind of do this a different day, right? But I felt in my spirit I need to do it right now, so I'm doing so. You do have specific insights, okay? And this will not resonate with everybody. So I got a few names and whatnot. We got the first name is Elijah, okay? That could be your name or somebody you're dealing with. And then we have Anthony, okay? And David. And then we have message number, not a name, as in number 2, we got somebody's in love with you. What's new? I don't know if it's somebody that you know, but you got somebody in love with you, Aquarius, okay? Message number 3. If you have any money issues, this is what I wrote down. So if you have any money issues, the universe, to be specific, is working with your angels so that you get your money, okay, or that there is balanced when it comes to your money, okay? And lastly, you are no ordinary soul. That might be the title. And then we have Aries, okay? So you could have Aries placement or you're dealing with an Aries. So let's dive into let's clarify, okay? We're gonna start first with Elijah. So we got the 8 of Cups. So that means that you're either walking away from Elijah or Elijah is walking away from you, but it's not forever, okay? I feel right now, in terms of Elijah, you and them feel a little bit distant. You feel a bit guarded, or they do. And I feel like they kind of sort of need a pause, a break. Based on the 9 of Pentacles, maybe focus on work, or focus on healing, focus on being by themselves. Either you or whoever has the name Elijah is going to focus on themselves, or if you're dealing with Elijah, you might want to focus on yourself, okay? In the meantime, in the between time, your advice card, okay? You're gonna focus on your dreams, okay? And this collaboration might come to an end because of your dreams, or you might come together again based off your dreams, okay? So the next name, David. In terms of David, you're them. I don't know, side note, my channel messages can go both ways. David feels quite lost, okay? It feels like they lost a good one, okay? And they could also be lost at words and lost somebody in their life, like somebody close to them, a relative or so on. If it's not that, it's you, or they feel kind of lost in life, you know, like they don't have no purpose. It could be in relation to money, it could be in relation to another person, it could be in relation to an air sign, a water sign, female. It could be in relation to the justice system, okay? The thing is that I feel like they want to come towards you, or you want to come towards them or with something, but they can't, based on whatever they have lost. Or for instance, if they feel lost when it comes to themselves, their purpose, they lost a relative, or you're the one that they lost. I feel like they want to make an offer based on the 9 of Pentacles on the page, but they really can't because they feel like it's not enough, or you feel like it's not enough, okay? So this is in relation to David. So we're just gonna do an advice card and keep it moving. So we got this one right now. So number 50 could be relevant, 47. So somebody feels like maybe it's still too many obstacles right now to overcome. Or this is how David feels, but like, you know, maybe you feel like it's still, things are still like an issue. Okay, something of this nature. So we're gonna move forward. I'm actually channeling Angelica, so that could be. Let's just do Angelica quickly. So you could be Angelica dealing with David, but let's do like Angelica right now, because that just popped in. Basically, Angelica is going through it, acting like they're not going through it, but they are. They could be having fun with their friends, or it could be looking good on the gram, on the Instagram, on the social medias. They could be quite popular, but I feel like they're masking the pain that they've been through. Okay, they're still very much hurt of what took place in the past. They're still holding on to what took place in the past. Or you are Angelica, and you're having fun with your peoples, and you know everything looks good on the ground, but on the inside you're still like, you know, in this energy, smile through the pain. You could be this Angelica, or they are this Angelica, or a Angelica. Now, Anthony, okay? In terms of Anthony, you have made a decision about them, or you're about to do so, or they're about to make a decision when it comes to you, okay? The things that what they want is that they want to balance things out. You're them, okay? However, they don't want to morph into a toxic earth sign or a toxic person that, you know, is still gonna I don't know about Anthony, because it's kind of feel like they want to work things out with you, or you want to work things out with them, but it's kind of giving, because this is like my earth sign card, so they could be an earth sign, or they could come across as like, you know, a little bit good and bad cop, like devil on the right side, or however it goes. Like there's duality between David, whereas like they want to fix things, but they could switch up. I feel like they have a tendency to switch up. Like you might think it's all light, but there might be an agenda. Like they want to fix things, but it's kind of like if it doesn't go their way, it feels weird, you know, or they will be acting weird. Okay. And I'm not gonna say like people watching my readings are not full grown adults, because you could act weird as well, like everybody else, okay? And if it's you, and if you're watching my reading, cut it out, okay? We're above that, okay? But nonetheless, in relation to David, you're gonna get some sort of confirmation, or they're gonna get confirmation from you about something. It's kind of like somebody still have like somebody's personality is like, I want to be there for you, I want to work this out. And yes, but if it's not on their terms or how they wanted to pan out, they act different. They act weird, okay? So that is like, you know, somebody's personality is questionable, okay? So let's do your advice, or, you know, just do random advice. I already said in relation to my collective, cut it out if it's you, but if it's not, we got this one here. So basically, this is like your go-to if you're dealing with a David, okay? The actual card. Or you need to ask him. You need to ask what's up, okay? Let's see here. What else was on the list? Aries, I guess. Yes. I kind of feel like somebody has Aries placements. Like you could be an Aquarius with Aries placements. And this is in relation to tropical astrology, aka Western astrology, or Vedic astrology, okay, aka ancient astrology in terms of I think it's like in correlation to Buddhism, Hinduism, but don't quote me on that, okay? So for instance, if you have, if you're in Aquarius Sun, you might be Aries, Venus, or Sun in Vedic, okay? Okay, there we go. So in terms of an Aries, let's see here. There's about to be some justice, okay? So there's some truth, truth, when it comes to justice here. I feel like this could be in relation to money coming in, okay? It doesn't have to be, but justice is nonetheless. I feel like, oh, here we go, justice. Look at this. There was some sort of injustice, okay? It could be in relation to money, it could be in relation to anything else, but somebody was being neglected, somebody was being left behind, things was not being fair, okay? Somebody was abandoned. Now, I don't feel like it's in relation, like strictly based on anything finances. It could just be something that somebody said, okay? Some documents was tampered with, things of that nature, okay? For others, it was somebody was trying to create imbalance, or there was imbalance. Why? Because somebody was not balanced themselves. For instance, somebody that was coming off, I'm here for you, Aquas, okay? Or you were there for them as an Aqua for this Aries. You might be like, you know, I'm gonna say this. In terms of an Aries, whether it's in relation to you and your sign in terms of Vedic, or what they have been through, or you in relation to this Aries, if we're going to base it on tropical, somebody was coming in as a support system, as somebody with harmony and light, but in reality they created discourse, okay? And they wanted you to be imbalanced. They wanted to create discourse, non-alignment with you. Just in general, for some, heavy on the money part, okay? For others, heavy on the truth. So something you said was twisted, manipulated. And for others, it's just justice in general that they, you know, wanted to create discourse and imbalance with. Either an Aries did this towards you, collective, okay? Or it happened towards you, especially if you have Aries in your Vedic, okay? But things are about to be handled correctly, okay? So basically, you're gonna get justice. This Aries, somebody will, okay? So I think that's every other specific. Let me check the list. No, it's not. The next message is somebody's in love with you, okay? What's new? So the person that's in love with you, in terms of collective, how are you feeling? You could also be in love with somebody, Aquarius, okay? These were in reverse, and what I will have to say is that they don't think that this is going to work. They don't see this as prosperous. They don't see this as a wish fulfillment anymore. They feel quite conflicted by this love, so they'd rather not deal with it. Even if they care for you, let's say if you're the one in love with them, even if they care for you, they're not going back to the romantic side of it all. They just want to be friends, okay? So you guys can meet up and have a drink and whatnot and talk, be cordial, amicable, all of that. You're open to that, but they're not open for you guys to be like lovers, okay? So if you're in love, they're just like, you know, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It's not happening again, okay? Now, if we switch it around, which I really feel like that's the case, this is the situation, but I want to be fair. Somebody's in love with you, Aquarius, what's new, and you're here like, you know, it was too complicated to deal with. You don't see them as your wish fulfillment anymore. You don't see this to grow, but you're open to be like, if they call you out for a drink and, you know, let's keep it cordial, friendship, amicable, you're here for it. But for you guys to be lovers again, it's too much. So you just like, no, you're right or not. Either you feel this way or they feel this way. Okay? Emphasis on you or them. Because we're still on the channel messages. Okay? I feel like somebody's just kind of like over it and done. But not in a, oh, I'm going to be karmic type of way. Okay? It's giving, okay, the next message. Like I said, specifically, like you guys know, I'm all about, you know, my spirit team is huge, but I also believe in the universe. The universe is different from God, angels, etc. When I woke up from this nap, long ass nap, that's the first message I heard, and I was like, okay, Aquarius, let's get into it. Let's rehash. Aquarius, if there was any money, the universe specifically is working with your angels, okay? And I was there thinking, you know, J.O.D. and my spirit team is like, no, in relation to this message, universe it is, okay? Universe it is for you guys, okay? There we go. I don't have to explain it. So they're working together to make sure that you get the right balance or you get your money back, as in 100%, okay? And with interest. I'm not quite sure what the interest, but you're gonna get your money back or it's gonna be balanced. So I don't know what else to say other than congratulations. Okay? There we go. I don't know what could have happened though. Maybe there was like, I don't know, but this is above the physical, okay? This almost feels like when you're being blessed by the universe. So I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? But like they're making things right, basically, okay? So the next specific insight is you're not the ordinary soul. Oh Lord. Okay, good. You're not an ordinary soul. So you might be one of those people that resonate being like an indigo, a crystal baby, you know, 144,000. You just somebody that's very in tune, spiritual. I feel like people that are not, or maybe somebody's like, oh my God, Aquarius, you're not like everybody else. You have a very specific soul pattern, where your essence is very not the same. It's ordinary, okay? Or it's not you're different from everybody, but in a good way, okay? I don't know what else to say. We had this card in reverse, so this makes me feel like, to slowly put it, it's easy to love you, and you attract love easily. You're very lovable, okay? Just on a general census. And then we got people that feels like you're so easy to work with. You're a great person to like be in contact with. You're a great networker. And then we got this one. We got people that feels like you're just like the best relationship guru, or just best relationship personnel, whether it's they're in it with you or you're giving out advice. Because not to shade you guys, I know some Aquarius in my life, okay? I was in the defense of a lot of people, okay? You're a great friend. You're a superb friend, superb person. In my personal life, it is much easier to be friends with an Aquarius than to date them, okay? Because you be on one when it comes to dating, but when it comes to the friendship part, I'm talking 10-10. 10-10, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, you're like the best of the best. But I've seen how you be acting in relationships. In my personal life, now can't speak for collective, but I'm just saying, I feel like this is how people see you. Okay, like you're one of a kind, like person to be in a relationship with, to have in one circle. Okay, so now we're gonna do general. We're just gonna randomly shuffle how I used to do my readings, and we keep it moving. Okay, So we got 10 of Cups and 9 of Swords. That one was in reverse. I will say that. So there might be like an ending to family dynamic, okay? But even so, I feel like you could have ended it. So this, yeah, I feel like you could have ended it with them. But they're coming back, or they're rushing back to you. So, to simply put it, if you ended a relationship with somebody, specifically if you had children with them, they're rushing back to you, okay? Or there's somebody that ended a relationship with somebody else and they're rushing back to Aquarius, okay? Okay, that's for somebody. Alright, there's also somebody that wants to come in and give towards you. This could be an individual that took a lot from you, Aquarius, and now they're ready to give. Or somebody feels like you owe them something, okay? So either one or the other, okay? Then we got 8 of Wands, Ace of Cups in a weird way. Somebody also wants to come in and tell you that they love you, but it feels weird. Why does it feel weird? Based on the cards, it's because somebody could be taking a risk that feels very calculating. So it's giving weird vibes, okay? This person, you could have ended things with them and now they're coming back to be like, can we rekindle, or I love you, Aquarius? I'm not quite sure. I don't think it's linked to the channel messages. It could be, but I'm not feeling it. Please take what resonates, obviously. But yeah, there's an individual that wants to rush in and be like, I love you, but it also feels very, I feel like Aquarius is gonna be like a little bit like, you do? Are you sure? That's pretty convenient. Something of this nature, okay? I mean, this person has done the work. If you are feeling it, go for it, you know? But in your eyes, it's gonna feel a little bit, you know, the timing feels very interesting, okay? For some of you guys, you might feel like they're up to something. It feels very snake behavior. They have healed, but the way they're coming across, you might looking at this, you will look, not, you didn't might, I feel you will look at this like, that's quite convenient, okay? Like the timing of it all. Anything else that's relevant for Aquarius? So somebody's sad, okay? That's my depression card, okay? Number 5 could be relevant. And I feel like you're the one that's gonna be like, you really don't give a fuck. Because that's what I was channeling here. Somebody who's sad and depressed. But for like Aquarius is like, I don't care. You know, you let that go a long time ago. 26 could be relevant. I'm tuning into you walked away. Okay? But why is this coming up? Why is this coming up? Because this person feels like they owe you an explanation. They don't want to be cold towards you. Maybe they were cold, C-O-L-D, towards you in the past. They don't want to be that anymore. 31 could be relevant. I'm tuning into this song. I'm not going to do music channeling, but I want to play it so you guys can hear it. This one. But with SZA, this is how they're feeling. Okay? So, okay, that's a message for somebody. It could be a masculine that feels this way. I mean, based on the song, it could be a feminine as well. Definitely could be a Scorpio. Yeah, but nonetheless, I feel like you, as an Aqua, you're like, you let that shit go. You let that person go. And you could kind of sort of be still upset with them, okay? The thing is that you want love, but you want the Ace of Hearts, you want marriage, you want the children, you want the legacy. This is your wish fulfillment. And do they want to give this to collective? So the thing is, the reason why they're coming in like this, I think you had all the right to be upset. The reason why, especially if you're dealing with a masculine, they just want your sympathy. So, because they're sad, they're depressed. So you have all the right to feel some type of way. So we're gonna leave it, okay? We're going to leave it. Anything else that's relevant for Aquarius? For some of you guys, it's when flame is about to enter your life, okay? And this time around, when they do, it's gonna actually help elevate you. So you're gonna be in your power when you meet your twin flame. So you're gonna be in this energy. I have cards for everything. I love it. Let me find it. I just noticed cards are good when you can't really say much. And if somebody has to speech impedance, I should utilize some more to rest my voice. But yeah, so your twin flame is supposed to enter into your life, and this when you're in this energy, okay? I love it for you. To just do like random positivity that's coming forth. Comes to Aquas, so you're about to be blessed, okay? A lot of blessings is coming through. You could also be quite royal as well. Bees are symbolism for royalty. I read that somewhere, okay? So a lot of blessings, a lot of good things coming your way. Clarity could also be something that's coming your way. Happiness, I love it, okay? For some of you guys, the trust within yourself or the manifestation within yourself, okay? So it's kind of like, I want it, I got it, okay? So you'll be able to trust it. For some of you guys, you might be a little bit indifferent when it comes to that, but it's like, it's gonna make you very happy to see that your power is actually taking effect. So some of you guys would be very, wow, oh my God, did I manifest this? You sure did. You sure did. It's going to be very happy. A lot of you guys know how to transmute energy or transform and kind of just leave the things that are not for your highest and best good. And I'm going to tell you this. Aquarius have a really great ability to detach and just don't give a fuck and move forward. But and this, you keep it spiritual. It's giving very much like, how to look at things from a better perspective, from a higher perspective, okay? So I feel like in that sense will help you elevate and specifically manifest what you really want. So some of you guys are going to be shocked by this. It's going to happen much sooner than later. For others, it's going to take time, but when it does, you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I did that. And you did. All right? So we're going to segue into love. If you want to stay in this relationship, what should be, taken into consideration, if there's no communication, and if you're cross-watching, if you're cross-watching, and speech infinity in 3, 2, 1. If you're cross-watcher, this is your advice. If Aquas, if you want the advice, this is what it is, okay? So we got release and surrender, okay? So this is what needs to take effect for the relationship to be okay again. Let's do a little bit of this. So I don't know, maybe you guys need to go out and eat or something, be less upset, or stop being. Somebody might be a bit snarky, so you need to chill on that or something. I don't know. I think the ladder is symbolic for, you kind of have to balance things out. So you're on the same path again, because one person might be moving much quicker than the other. So I guess grace is necessity, or leverage things out so one doesn't feel left out. I think that's the best way I can put it, okay? We got glasses here. You might wear glasses, or you need to see eye to eye when it comes to something, or you need to take off your rose-colored glasses, or they need to. Somebody is still like in this dark energy. Okay, work could also be a factor. You need to either work together or work separately. There's also one person that likes to be in this darkness, aka this negativity. And it's like consuming them, or it's consuming somebody, okay? So that needs to be kind of let go, because I feel like it's harboring some sort of resentment. Let's keep moving. Singles, your what was that? Your new soulmate in terms of characteristics. So this person, the new soulmates for some of you guys is somebody that has a lot of baggage. I feel like they could have a slow process in terms of healing. So when you guys meet, they could still be dealing with something else or somebody else. Okay? They could say something of this nature like, I'm still not over, I'm still affected by X, Y, and Z. Okay? Something of this nature. For some of you guys, it's people that are still in a relationship. I'm going to be 1,000. Yes, Aquarius, I love you. I want to be with you, but they're still like in a situation with somebody, okay? So just be aware of that. So, but again, if you start off as friends, because again, soulmate for me is not just lovers, okay? I know this is the single part, but like I feel like, you know, for some of you guys, you might be dealing with individuals that's still in a situation with somebody else, okay? I don't think you guys are going to be too, you know, what the fuck, because you get it? I don't know. Okay, so for the rest of the Aquas, who's coming through is somebody that it's going to make a huge impact in your life, like a huge impact, okay? Change your life, or you're going to change their life. For others, I'm tuning into there's an ex that is also very much willing to return to your life. I'm not quite sure how you feel about this. Some of you guys will be happy, some of you guys will feel some type of way. But the thing is, with this ex, you're about to ascend to a different chapter where you guys have never been. So, take it how you want, okay? The new soulmate could also be somebody that, you know, kind of expected them. So you're like, yeah, you saw it coming. So this could be a part of the whole manifestation thing I was talking about. Like, you know, some of you guys will see this in effect. So you kind of be like, you know, this is no shocker. Like, I kind of expected them to be my soulmate because I manifested them. So some of you guys have a really good, like, you're very in tune with your or non-ordinary soul. Okay, you're very in tune with your gifts. Okay, so that might even scare some people. I will say this. If you blurt out and said, I manifested you, especially if they're not in tune themselves, they might be a little bit scared. That could be one of the signs when it comes to your new soulmate, okay? So without that being the end all, but it kind of sort of is collective, I do a final advice. And here we go again with the double manifestation words. Listen, you're tapped in, okay, collective? You're tapped in, Arcas. I love this for you guys. You're definitely manifesting the life that you desire, and I can only confirm this. So what up? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next reading, okay?